And finally, let's talk about Alexie May Brooks, Iloilo City's representative to the upcoming Miss Universe Philippines pageant. As early as now, guys, I can really consider her as an early favorite for the title this year. Kasi she was the first candidate who really caught all our attention with her unique look and background. And I must say, ang lakas-lakas niya talaga ngayon considering that she is only a newbie in the pageant scene. Kasi in just a short amount of time, she was able to establish herself as a delegate with a huge fan base and great backstory. Diba? Because as a background, she was born in 2001 to an overseas Filipino worker. She was raised by her grandmother, whom she helped selling vegetables in a local market to help augment financial needs. And as she grew up, she developed her athleticism, which started being a member of the National University Athletics team that paved the way for her to compete in the Southeast Asian Games back in 2019. And despite facing hardships and bullying for her looks, she still excelled in school, which earned her scholarships at the University of Southern California and the University of Texas after graduating from Iloilo National High School. So guys, diba, ang ganda-ganda ng backstory niya. A Phil-Am who is a heptathlete and a certified lawless girl. So isn't that remarkable? Backstory pa lang niya, guys, she already captured our attention or imagination, because let's face it, when we talk about Phil-Ams, there is this misconception that about them that they are social, English speaking all the time, and maarte. But her backstory, Alexie's backstory, already proves a great contrast vis-a-vis her unique look. So she easily captures our imagination. So a Filipino black lady possibly representing us in the next Miss Universe edition, diba? Because it has never been done before. Nobody has owned that narrative yet among all the delegates that we have ever sent in Miss Universe since its inception. So nakakapture na talaga yung imagination natin na she could really be the first Filipina black beauty that we could really send to Miss Universe. And I must say, that's really two of her strengths already as early as now. Her unique looks and compelling backstory. Doon palang panalong-panalo na si Alexie. So, another strength that I am seeing with her right now is her discipline and determination given her background as an athlete. She has focus. Although I haven't had a chance yet to see her up close and personal, but the way she has trained for SEA Games before will probably be the same amount of hunger and drive that she will exhibit for her current Miss Universe Philippines journey. So with that, masasabi mo talagang she won't easily bend given athletes like her have strong mental fortitude. Kung siguro sumasakit na yung katawan niya sa pagsuot ng heels while training for pasarela, which, by the way, still needs quite an improvement. For sure, maning-mani na lang sa kanya itong mga sakit na ito given the rigorous training she had as an athlete before. So on this aspect alone, wala tayong magiging problema sa kanya as an athlete. Madaling matransform si Alexie because of her malleability or flexibility. So, another strength that I'm also seeing about her is her, eto na, pag-usapan na natin, is her short crop hair, which I feel contributes to her strong stage presence. Yes, I really feel it adds to her appeal. I know a lot of you guys have been debating whether she should grow her hair more so she could easily escape from comparison with a former Miss Universe title holder, but I say, let her current hair stay. Diba? Kasi for me, Alexie has already established her authenticity early in this game. So, giving in to the majority of the fan sentiment of growing her hair will definitely go against the narrative that she has for MUP right now. Kasi if Alexie already feels authentic in this short hair she has right now, then let her be. It's not her fault that she and Zosie Tunzi have the same hairstyle as she has been, as Alexie has been sporting this hairstyle since she was younger. And to be honest, guys, she doesn't look good. So, Alexie doesn't look good with her hair long, as we have seen some of it on her Instagram account. And I don't know if those were hair extensions or wigs, but it really doesn't look good on her. I feel Alexie's power suddenly diminishes. So I feel she should stay with her current hair. If there is one thing that she needs to improve on though, it's her styling, but not on her hair. So having this all said, Alexie could really be the game changer in this year's Miss Universe Philippines pageant because of the inclusivity and diversity factor Miss Universe is championing nowadays. She really has that unique appeal. Now, let's go to the challenges naman and improvements that Alexie needs to work on as a candidate. So as I had said earlier, she really needs to improve her styling. And I have yet to see a knockout styling coming from her since winning her nationals. I feel the gown that she wore during her nationals was too sexy for her. Yes, I get that she is sexy and has abs, but it doesn't have to be flaunted all the time, diba? Because she already showed it in her swimsuit presentation before, so I would definitely want something more classy and power dress for this segment of the competition. When I say power dress, I mean outfits that would complement her skin tone and frame. So that means feminine, solid textured gowns, tailored suits, or a well-crafted blazer and pants to add more power to her unique appeal. Apparently, her styling team has been experimenting on her looks lately, and I get that. But it's a miss for me most of the time. So a solid collar or no frills gown will absolutely work for her gown styling. Like this one that Lupita Nyong'o's baby blue powder halter gown in Oscars back in 2014, or this fuchsia number by Iman before to show a great contrast. Gets nyo? Tapos naisip ko rin, a vibrant or apple green or lime green colored gown could also work for her, like what Agbani Darego wore in Miss World back in 2001. Naisip ko din a blush collar could also work for her too, or Julia's iconic red strapless gown in Pretty Woman, diba? So I can already envision her wearing these solid colored classy gowns as early as now. And for sure she will stand out in these types of gowns because everyone will most likely go sexy and sequin. So the goal is to really make Alexie a stylish candidate through her power dressing outfits. So what do you think? So let's now go naman to her Q&A skills. No doubt, Alexie is very smart and articulate. She is a very natural speaker and possesses this humility when she speaks. She is definitely well-spoken. However, na-notice ko lang to when she was answering her Q&A during the finals night. I hope she kind of slows down with her reply, like how she did it during, as we watched it during the finals night. I don't know if it was the time limit, but she was kind of rushing her answer, so I would really want her to slow it down for her audience, to slowly absorb everything that she is saying. Because I feel no matter how good your message is, but if you talk too fast, sometimes nakakapagod pakinggan din, no matter how good the content of your answer is. Diba? So, next naman, this might be an unpopular opinion, but I would really want Alexie to work on her relatability more, to rally more fans behind her for this pageant. Assuming she ends up as our country's representative to Miss Universe this year, no doubt she will definitely make waves in the pageant community, not just here in Manila, but also abroad. But I also feel Alexie faces the same challenges as Miss Universe Japan 2015 Ariana Miyamoto at the same time before, because when you look at both Ariana and Alexie's faces, they don't possess the typical Filipina or Japanese look Philippines and Japan is known for. And so Alexie has to work on that relatability to her fans and make herself believable in Miss Universe, that she is Miss Philippines, but at the same time, she is so different enough from what we have seen before within the last 2 decades na she can hold her own without being compared to our previous contestants, na she cannot be compared to Catriona, Maxine, or even Pia. I say this because whether we like it or not, there will be some fans or people who will not be receptive to her candidacy just because how she looks foreign to them for a Filipina candidate. So she still has to do so many things which will make her come out more as a Filipina. Like probably sharing more about her struggles or highlighting the city where she comes from or her very close relationship or admirable relationship with her lola. A day probably in the life with her lola at the local palengke. So things like those just to make the difference despite the short hair. So you see how her short hair could really be an asset for her in this competition earlier. So this is an example of it. Anyway, doing this won't be hard for Alexie as she has someone to look up to for inspirations like Michelle D. Diba? Kung naaalala nyo, Michelle proved that no matter how her hair was short in Miss Universe last year, it proved to be secondary or just an afterthought during her Miss Universe campaign. Or even Miss Jamaica, Miss Universe Jamaica back in 2017. Or even Miss Tanzania 2007, Flaviana Matata, who ended up in the top 10 of Miss Universe during that year in Mexico. O, ayan ha, may reference na tayo sa Mexico. Tapos, di ba, naalala nyo, bald pa siya noon. Pero nakaabot pa rin sa top 10. So, kung maganda lang siguro gown niya noon, baka nakapasok pa siya sa top 5. Or lumayo pa tayo. Or even Jerty David from Haiti who almost won Miss Universe in El Salvador back in 1975. Di ba? Lastly, I also would like Alexie to work on her versatility. As I see Miss Universe right now, she needs to work on her versatility because what we are seeing now are brands that need to see that she could be commercial at the same time, but still without losing her essence. And with her current packaging right now, I honestly think she could still sell Lazada or Shopee as its ambassador or endorser because it's more of what I believe in na wala pa akong nakikita sa social media na katulad ni Alexie for MUP. For instance, I mean, di ba nakikita nyo, Miss Universe Philippines has sponsors like GAMECHANGER, which Alexie can tap for her photo shoot here. So I want her to own that photo of wearing a GAMECHANGER accessory with her authenticity na I would believe na she is a GAMECHANGER woman effectively selling that product without losing her essence. So the challenge for her is to incorporate GAMECHANGER, how Michelle was able to do that without losing her essence. Na Michelle incorporated GAMECHANGER in her own way, like how this GAMECHANGER photo of Michelle made it seem she picked it from her own closet and not borrowed from her mom instead. So Alexie has to work on that. Has to do, you know, things, she has to do things like that and to make it her own. And it is not just because of her skin color or type of beauty. Gets. So there you go, guys. What do you think about my early assessment of Alexie May Brooks from Iloilo right now? Masyado bang OA? Do I have valid points or not? I'm really interested how she will strategize for her candidacy here, as someone like her is really a breath of fresh air in pageantry. Someone going against the mold to be the ultimate winner in the end. So she is really current and interesting. I am really excited about her chances kasi she really has the potential to go the distance. The face, the charisma, and the backstory. Abanse, Alexie.